Welcome to This Week in Gielinor. With Easter around the corner, Jagex thought it was a good time to release the Easter event. And just like many other times before, in what appears to be a pretty consistent theme at this point, you will need to once again save Easter by fixing the production of Easter eggs, all to be rewarded with like 2 eggs and a feather. So head out to West Varrock to indulge in this event and for once again save Easter. And I'm starting to believe that this is actually a metaphor for capitalism. Next up, we have some bounty hunter reward changes. Last week, rather not next one, last week, we had the introduction of the rewards beta worlds for you to try them out. And while we have some fixes, this week Jagex actually remembered to bring the weapons back. So you can pretend that it's 2011 and that the OC never actually came out. You now have a MakeX interface for flashing darts for those of you who are too lazy to make darts manually. This setting is off by default. If it's a new account, it's actually on by default, but go on to the menu and you can toggle it on and off at any time. The Soul Bearer now has so many charges you'd like to add as opposed to just yoinking all of the runes that you have in your inventory. Also, Jagex fixed a bug in terms of a mascot where a warden would just pop out of existence. However, unfortunately for the warden, just like all of us, he will have to live with the crushing weight that is existentialism. You can now check the number of charges in the Revenant weapon from the bank interface by just right-clicking the weapon and clicking check. And lastly, but not least important, Jagex has once again lowered the minimum KC required for bosses to appear in the ranking system. Right now it's 25 and they will keep reducing it as the weeks go on. And that was This Week in Gielinor. Tune in next week where I'll guide you through picking potatoes.